This was the most brutal interview in history. The moment candidates received their test papers, they froze. The sheets were completely blank, not a single word on them. Everyone exchanged confused glances, but no one dared make a move. Just minutes earlier, the examiner had laid down 3 ironclad rules. The test paper must not be marked or damaged, no communication with the examiner or guards was allowed, and no one could leave the room. Break any of these rules and you're out. The examiner added that this interview consisted of only one question, requiring just one answer. Then he posed what he called the question.
Any questions?
The room fell silent. Since talking to him was forbidden, who would dare respond? With that, he started the timer and walked out. As time ticked by, the tension mounted. Some tapped nervously on their desks, others bounced their legs anxiously. Finally, Mary couldn't take it anymore and decided to just start writing. But the second her pen touched the paper, a guard escorted her out. Mary was eliminated for violating the first rule. She had marked her test paper. Seeing this, everyone immediately set their pens aside. That's when Mike had a breakthrough. Since there were only 3 rules, anything not explicitly forbidden was technically allowed. They could walk around, chat, trash the room, even hurt each other if they wanted to. Mike suggested they work together to figure out what the real question was. Anna offered the first theory. Maybe the paper was printed with invisible ink that only appeared under certain conditions. So they started experimenting. First, regular light. Nothing. They smashed the normal lights, and blue emergency lights flickered on. Still nothing. They broke those too, and an eerie red glow filled the room, but the paper remained blank. Then Mike came up with another idea. Maybe they needed to shade the paper with pencil to reveal hidden text. He scribbled furiously over Mary's discarded test sheet, but nothing appeared. What about water? He tore his paper into 4 pieces, handed one to John to wet with saliva, and took another to the corner to, well, conduct his own experiment. But aside from a yellow stain, nothing showed up. Just when everyone was stumped, the quiet one, Paul, finally spoke up. He rambled something barely comprehensible about looking with your heart and paying close attention. Mike mocked him mercilessly. Meanwhile, Lisa began sharing what she knew about the company's background. About 10 years ago, a mysterious disease had infected countless people, and many had died. Then the company's CEO invented a groundbreaking drug that cut the mortality rate in half. That patent catapulted the company into a global healthcare giant. Anna's eyes lit up. Her boyfriend had contracted the same disease, and employees got the medication at half price. She had to land this job. Suddenly, something clicked in her mind. She slowly approached the guard. Talking was off limits, but nobody said anything about physical contact. She reached toward him and pulled a lighter from his uniform. Anna looked up at the ceiling sprinklers, her mind racing. She noticed the test paper had a glossy texture, almost like photo paper, and the red light reminded her of a dark room. What if the sprinklers released developing fluid instead of water? She tried to light a flame to trigger the fire sensor, but she was too short to reach. Mike helpfully handed her Mary's discarded test paper to use as a torch. With it, Anna managed to set off the sprinkler.